A step backward in Somalia. A battalion of U.S. troops had to return to the city of Kismayo today in response to clan fighting that has derailed Somalia peace talks. CNN's Gary Stryker is in Kismayo.
With the arrival of the Quick Reaction Force, more than 500 U.S. Army troops now reinforce the 800 Belgian soldiers in Kismayo. According to military commanders, their mission strengthens security in the town
and sends a message to warlords that fighting is not the way to resolve the conflicts.
It's a message apparently not yet understood by the warlord known as General Morgan. In response to Morgan's attack this week on rival faction leader Omar Jess's allies have walked out of the Somali Peace Conference in Ethiopia, and the talks have been suspended. Rising tensions could lead to more riots in Mogadishu, like those following a similar attack by Morgan's men last month. Faction leaders opposed to Morgan say U.S. and Belgian forces allowed Morgan's fighters to enter the town and to attack Jess's men, who had already been disarmed by the Unified Task Force, UNITAF.
All this killing and all these mistakes, we believe UNITAF was the responsible.
The Belgians say Morgan's men used crowds of women and children to cover their attack, and that Belgian troops could do nothing to stop them.
You know, when you have women and children in the front line, you cannot you can hit a woman or a child.
With tensions increasing and the peace talks on the verge of collapse, the pressure is building on U.S.-led forces to do something in Kismayo and to do it fast. Jess's allies are demanding that Morgan's men be forcibly expelled from Kismayo before the peace talks can start again. But Morgan's men and their weapons are now in hiding. Before deciding on any possible use of force, the U.S. commander in Somalia has sent his top legal advisor here on a fact-finding mission.
We're here to question some of the individuals who were present and then to make the report back to General Johnston.
And the UN is sponsoring a visit by a committee of investigators from all 14 political factions in Somalia. Military commanders say they're trying to defuse this crisis by convincing everyone they're completely impartial.
We're not on one side or the other. We're on the side of no violence.
Military sources say the worst thing that could happen now is a perception that the peacekeepers are backing one side against another. That could make them targets of a guerrilla war. Gary Stryker, CNN, Kismayo, Somalia.